Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. AC Pearl Quotes. In this video, I will explain about Arthur Schopenhauer. German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer lived in Germany. The World as Will and Representation, written by Arthur Schopenhauer in 1818 and expanded in 1844, is his most famous essay. It describes the phenomenal world as the result of a blind noumenal will. Schopenhauer's quotations are featured in this video. We hope that this collection of his finest statements will get you thinking about a variety of issues in your life. The quotations by Arthur Schopenhauer are surely worth your attention. To build your collection of motivational quotations, don't forget to capture screenshots of the quotes you like. We appreciate you viewing our quote video, which this time has words from Arthur Schopenhauer. Do you know? Arthur Schopenhauer once said,
"Life without suffering has no purpose. The foundation of all morality is compassion. Pain and boredom are the two enemies of human happiness. Genie sees a target no one else can strike. Talent hits a target no one else can hit," the proverb goes. To compromise one's health in favor of any other form of enjoyment is the worst mistake. Man can do as he pleases, but he cannot will as he pleases. To those who think, the world is a comedy; to those who feel, it is a tragedy. It is not necessary to believe in a supernatural cause for evil. Men are capable of all forms of wickedness on their own. Only change is everlasting, ongoing, and immortal. Tolerance is the greatest outcome of education. Since his own monologues are in fact so insightful and enjoyable, it is difficult to imagine a genius being social. The most important requirement in action is a great heart. A terrific mind at work. Pain and boredom are the two adversaries of human happiness. Living up to one's opportunities and making the most of one's resources is the greatest feat of the human spirit. Hatred and contempt are both feelings that arise from the heart and the brain, respectively, and neither is entirely under our control. The majority of the time, loss teaches us the value of things. A man can accomplish anything he desires, but he may not desire what he desires. To compromise one's health in favor of any other form of enjoyment is the worst mistake. The less strange existence appears to a guy, the less clever he is. The discovery of truth is impeded more effectively by prepared opinion, by prejudice, rather than by the deceptive appearance objects present and which mislead into mistake, or directly by inadequacy of the thinking skills. Spending one's life on something that endures forever is the best use of one's life. Pain and boredom are the two enemies of human happiness. A man forges fewer weapons the more he cultivates the arts. All magnificent souls' fate is to live alone. In other words, when we miss their presence as witnesses to our achievement, we might grow to grieve the deaths of our opponents just as much as we do the deaths of our friends. The rule of change and decay applies to everything in the earth, including human life. One's level of feeling varies inversely with one's grasp of the facts, said Albert Einstein. To compromise one's health in favor of any other form of enjoyment is the worst mistake. It may be claimed of human existence that it is awful today and will become worse every day, until the worst of all happens. People who dwell in the past are frequently unable to handle the present. When it is clearly evident that there is nothing in this world to which every man has a more unassailable right than to his own life and person, they tell us that suicide is the greatest act of cowardice and that it is wicked. Nature demonstrates that as intellect increases, so does the ability for pain, and that suffering only achieves its pinnacle at the greatest levels of intelligence. The brain might be thought of as an organism's form of parasite. All outstanding souls meet their demise in loneliness. A guy can be himself when he is by himself. If you don't enjoy loneliness, you won't love freedom, since you can only be fully free when you are by yourself. Not having does not cause pain. It is the result of wanting something yet lacking it. The absolute prerequisite for pain to work is a desire to have. The subjective half is oneself, and in essence it never changes. The objective half of existence and reality is in the power of fate, and consequently takes diverse shapes in different instances.
It's a quote from Arthur Schopenhauer, from him who is expert in knowledge and good understanding. From that quote we take from the bright side, leave the unnecessary, and learn for the life to come.